Hola y bienvenidos a la unidad 2, lección 21 de el verbo estar con las emociones y la ubicación. Ok, otra vez necesitas el paquete de unidad 2, las fichas index y un lápiz o bolígrafo. Es una actividad pareja opcional. Si no tienes todo, pausa el video y recoge lo que necesitas. Okay, learning targets. I can conjugate the verb estar in the present tense. I can express feelings with the verb estar and adjectives. And I can state someone's location with the verb estar and the preposition en. El verbo de hoy es sentir, to feel. Y la cita dice, los sentimientos o las emociones son el lenguaje universal y deben de honrarse. Son la expresión auténtica de quién eres en lo más profundo de ti. So, sentiments or emotions are the universal language, and we need to honor them. They are the authentic expression of who you are in the deepest part of yourself. All right, remember that all of our resources are available in the Spanish Student Virtual Resource Finder. Today we're working with the verb estar, so you would go down to the verb section and look for ser and estar. All right, estar, we are on this page here. Estar literally translates as to be. So remember, we are working with 5 different verbs. So far, we've seen haber, we've seen hacer with weather, we've seen tener with age and some expressions. Now we've got estar, which really means to be, and it is used to talk about our feelings or emotions and to talk about location. So for example, yo estoy feliz, I am happy. Yo estoy en la clase en frente de los estudiantes. I am in class in front of the students. So the first thing that you're going to need to do to be able to use the verb estar is to memorize the conjugations. So I suggest making a flashcard with the verb estar on one side and this conjugation table on the other side. Yo estoy, I am. Tú estás, you informal. Remember, tú informal, first name basis. Tú estás, you are. Él está, he is. Ella está, she is. Usted está, you formal, when we are not on a first name basis, when we're showing respect. Nosotros estamos, we are. Nosotras, if the group of we is all girls, estamos. Vosotros estáis, you all in Spain. Vosotras estáis, if the group of you all is all girls. Ellos están, they are. Ellas están, if it's all girls that are the they. And ustedes están, you all are. So you need to have these memorized. Estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. All right, in your handout, you have a page that says, ¿Cómo está usted? Looks just like this slide at the top. And a whole list of adjectives that we can use to talk about how we are feeling. The ones that I have highlighted in yellow are the ones that you are expected to know. The rest are great to know. So if you can get them all memorized, that would be fantastic. Again, here's where you're going to want to pause the video, highlight, and then make some flashcards so that you can practice and get these memorized. If you notice, all of these, or almost all of these, have an a afterwards. So aburrido, aburrida, cansado, cansada, contento, contenta. That is because there is a masculine form and a feminine form. I'll talk about that again in just a little bit. So let's just go over the list of pronunciation. Abrumado, overwhelmed. Aburrido, bored. Agradecido, grateful or thankful. Alegre, happy, glad, or cheerful. Arrepentido, remorseful when you're sorry. Asustado, afraid or scared. Avergonzado, ashamed or embarrassed. Cansado, tired or weary. Celoso, jealous. Contento, happy or pleased. Decepcionado, disappointed. Deprimido, depressed. Descontento, dissatisfied. Notice des opposite, uncontent. So again, the ones in yellow, you are responsible for. Second half of the list, emocionado, excited or thrilled. Enfadado, angry or annoyed. Enfermo, sick or ill. Enfurecido, furious. Enojado, angry. Feliz, happy. Notice there's several ways to say that we're happy. Frustrado, frustrated. Furioso, furious. Inquieto, anxious or restless. Nervioso, nervous or fidgety. Perdido, lost. Preocupado, worried or concerned. That's a cognate with English, preoccupied, right? When you're worried about something. Satisfecho, satisfied. Sorprendido, surprised. And triste, sad or gloomy. Pause the video if you need to make flashcards for all of these, and then come back. Okay, let's talk about concordancia again. We've heard this word many times already. We're going to keep hearing this word. It's really important. Concordancia means agreement. We need to have our nouns and our adjectives matching for gender, masculine or feminine form, and number, singular or plural. So the adjectives on the list are in the masculine form ending in an O. If we have a feminine identified, female identified subject, we must change them to match that subject. So the O is going to change to an A. We also have to change it for singular or plural. So, for example, Mr. Flack está contento. Mr. Flack identifies as male, so we keep the male form, and he's just one person. Ms. Puentes, however, identifies as female, so Ms. Puentes está contenta. The O changes to an A. Los estudiantes, so we have a group of people, plural. There's males and females, so it defaults to the male version. Los estudiantes están contentos. So we still have the O, but we needed to add an S to make it plural. And then if we had a group of all girls, las chicas, the girls, están contentas. So then we need the feminine form of the adjective, and we need the plural form adding an S, contentas. So as you are making your sentences, you need to remember that all of your adjectives have to always match your nouns. We also can use the verb for estar to talk about location. So when we want to talk about where someone is, we use the verb estar, right? We have to conjugate it. We have to use the correct form here. Estar plus the preposition en, which means in. I am in, and then you name the place. So for example, yo estoy en Chicago. I am in Chicago. Tú estás en la casa. You are in the house. María está en Buenos Aires. Maria is in Buenos Aires. Nosotros estamos en la clase de español. We are in Spanish class. And ustedes están en el teatro. You are in the theater. So make sure, add this to your handout, estar plus en plus name the place as your format to talk about where people are. Okay, now we're going to do some practice. So in your packet, Oh no, not showing up here. There we go. All right, in your packet, you have this worksheet. Looks exactly like this. You are going to fill in the blank with the correct form of a star. You have the conjugation chart at the top to help you. And then you are going to translate the sentence. So, él está en San Francisco. He is in San Francisco. So again, look at the yellow instructions here. Fill in the blank with the correct form of a star. Then translate the sentence to English. When you're finished, check your answers against the master with Mr. Fleck. You actually have a back side of the worksheet to do as well. So before you come and check, you are going to flip the page, right? And you have the same thing up at the top. It says write the correct personal pronoun for each of the following. I did the first one. Susana y yo, myself plus anybody else makes we. That's nosotros. If you happen to identify as female, then you would write that as nosotras because of Susana and yourself, both females, nosotras. So you're going to do that. And then there's some additional sentences where, again, you are going to fill in the blank and translate. So I've done the first one for you. Yo estoy alegre. I am happy. Complete the remaining ones. And then when you are done, find me. Check your answers against the master sheet. And again, as always, make sure that you make flashcards for any of the vocab that you don't already know, and then practice, practice, practice to memorize your vocabulary. All right, we'll see you on the next lesson.